On today's episode, we tie up some loose maintenance ends on our Mini Cooper S. Welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment of Project Mini Green Bean. That's our 2005 Mini Cooper S. On today's episode, guys, we are just tying up some real odds and ends, leftover maintenance items we need to finish up on this project, but that doesn't discredit them. That doesn't make them less important. Today we're going to cover putting new tires on the Mini. Very important. This car definitely demands a bit of grip. We're also going to take care of an oil change. Nothing riveting, but something we should do. We're gonna take care of those hatch struts in the rear. Nothing like having a hatchback where the hatch likes to fall on you every time you try to get in there. Super annoying. We're gonna replace the struts. We're also gonna replace that third brake light oil back there that's been out since I bought the car. Show you guys how to do that. And we'll finish it up with probably the most exciting part. We're gonna do all 3 windshield wipers. I know, right? The climax to this episode. But anyway, let's get in the garage and get a little dirty. We've got our brand new tires mounted to our Mini wheels. Advan Flavas? Flavor Flavas? I don't know. Really, really good Advan tire. 300 tread wear, aggressive enough to be good for the Mini. This one right here is a wheel I had to purchase online to replace that cracked one we had. So now it's time to clean these things up. Not perfect, but much cleaner than they were before. We're gonna go ahead and get those center caps on there, clean those up too. Put these wheels with brand new tires back on the Cooper S. Looking good already. After sourcing the correct key for these locking lug nuts, and trust me, on these Mini Coopers, there's a million options. Make sure you find the right one that's gonna fit yours. The new tires are mounted, as you can see, the Advan Flavas by Yokohama. 300 tread wear, gonna be nice and grippy for a Mini. Cleaned up the wheels a little bit. Things are looking pretty solid here for an 18-year-old car. And to touch it off, let's go ahead and put that center cap right back where it belongs. I love these 16s. This is one of the cleanest design of wheels they had for the Mini Coopers at this time, and they are very lightweight also compared to the other wheels, so awesome. Wheels freshened up. You got the key for the locking lug nuts, which was really important, and new rubber. Time for our 2005 Mini Cooper S oil change. You're gonna need the following items: 5 quarts of oil, 5W30 synthetic, an oil filter. You're gonna need a torque wrench, and that's after the job, where you're gonna tighten down that oil filter housing cap to 18 foot-pounds and to tighten down the oil drain plug to 18 foot-pounds. You're also gonna need a 36mm socket. You can get one of these low profile ones because you need one to fit in there, or a short 36mm should work. That is to take off the oil filter cap. You're gonna need this socket to take off the oil drain plug, and of course, an oil drain pan to catch the oil. That's all you need for this job. It's pretty straightforward. Let me show you how it's done. Let's go ahead and put our socket on the drain plug, which is located right here. Alright, oil come out's nice and dark, so it's definitely due for a change. On your drain plug, we'll be replacing this crush washer that's on here. That's something you want to do at every oil change. And my recommended oil change intervals are every 5,000 miles. Just something I do. I know they call for a lot more than that from the factory, but better safe than sorry. Let's let that old oil drain out. With the oil draining out of the bottom of the engine, it's time to get this oil filter cap off. Come right behind the engine here. You can see I've got it highlighted with a flashlight down there. That's it right there. 36mm socket will get that off. It's tight because there's a little plastic panel right there. You don't have to remove all that, so use a very low profile socket to do this job. You really just need to break it loose with the tool, and then you should be able to unscrew it by hand. Let's go ahead and do that at this time. Let's get this oil filter cap off. There's our oil filter. Let me show you in more detail. Here's our old oil filter out of the car. And what we're gonna be replacing that with is a man filter, baby. No, man filter, good quality part. Go ahead and pull it out. Set that right there. Dump out the oil filter housing, or oil filter cap there. We're actually gonna clean this out pretty good because you get some pretty nasty oil in there. You can see right here, this is the O-ring that comes with your new oil filter. We're gonna take that off and obviously put the new one on there. But you can see here our old filter is pretty gnarly. I wonder how long that's been on there. With the old filter cap, we're gonna go ahead and take this rubber O-ring off. We're gonna use like a pry hook here. Just simply remove it like so. Clean that residue that was hiding under it. Okay, with the new one, what I like to do is get some oil on that. You always, just like you do with any oil filter, you know, you want to just get it coated, nice coat of oil. Actually help it slide on pretty easy too. You're gonna slide that on and just put it in the same location the old one was. Get it in that nice groove. Clean up the little excess there. A nice clean interior. You're gonna put the new oil filter in. The wide part goes down over this part. Push that down nice and hard. It should rest right on the bottom there. And we are ready to load this back into the car. Gonna tighten it by hand at first, and then we'll send it home to the proper torque setting with our tool, and then we'll use our torque wrench, 18 foot-pounds, guys. And that's exactly what this should be set at. New oil filter in the cap, ready to go in. Always make sure you clean up this area too. It likes to drip right down there when you take the old oil filter out. So clean that area. I'm gonna put it in. My old snap-on clicker style from way back, 18 foot-pounds. Put a little teeny extension on there so you can have some more movement. Perfect. And we are at 18 foot-pounds. Time to put that oil drain plug back in. Drain plug installed with a new crush washer. We're gonna tighten that to the same torque specs as the oil filter cap. Gonna be 18 foot-pounds. So we'll get our torque wrench on there. Perfect, 18 foot-pounds. Drain plug is secure. Let's go ahead and put some oil in this Mini. Time to add our oil. Now, depending on where you source this info on the interwebs, you're gonna see a number between 4.5 quarts and 5 quarts. I like to air right in the middle at 4.8. Play this game safe. Check your dipstick if you're unsure. 4.8 tends to work for me. So we'll take the oil filler cap off using a clean funnel. Let's go ahead and put 4.8 quarts of 5W30 synthetic oil into our Cooper S. I always rotate the cap so it's perfectly straight and looks fantastic. And that's it for the physical part of the oil change. Let me show you guys how to reset the oil reminder light. Welcome to the interior, or the cockpit of our R53 Cooper S. To reset the oil service interval, you put your key in, turn it to the first position, and it should say oil service 15,500 miles. That's when you reset it. I clearly have done that. Does anyone out there do 15,500 mile intervals? If so, how's your Cooper S or Cooper running? I'm a big advocate for 5,000 mile intervals, but anyway, let's do this thing. So we're gonna take our key out, put it back in. We're gonna hold the reset button right here for trip, turn the key to the first run position, and you're gonna see test appear, which you can see now. Once that goes off, you're gonna see the 51A service, 15 whatever mileage, yours will probably be negative something. We're gonna go ahead at this time and hold the trip reset again. Eventually RST, standing for reset's gonna show up. Mine's not gonna show up because I just did it. At that time, you're gonna let off, and then you're gonna click it one more time to reset it to the 15,500 interval. That'll keep that negative number from showing up when you start your car. And it's as easy as that. Mini Cooper trunk struts. Let's see if this hatch stays open. Not at all. What we have to do is replace both of these struts, left and right. You simply pop these little clips at the end here, pop that off. Same exact thing down here on the car body itself. Pop it off, and we'll do both sides, which we have replacements for. Now you're gonna need something to prop it open, so let me grab something real quick. That should work. See if that's gonna shut. Oh yeah, these are strong. Look at that, just replacing one was enough. But we're gonna do both, of course, because we have them. And that's the right thing to do. This hatch is gonna pop right open, watch. Check that out. Hatch struts installed. The third brake light is completely broken out. I don't know what the heck's going on here. It's one of those things where you kind of want to know the story, but you probably don't want to know the story. So I'm going to show you guys how to replace that if you're having issues with your third brake light or it's broken like mine. Simply pop your trunk, and if you've got working hatch struts like I do now, life is good. You've got 3 Torx screws here. These are of the T20 variety, and we're going to go ahead, loosen them up. We should be able to pull that third brake light out. In case you guys wanted to see up close and personal what we're working with here. Yeah, you can see here this the circuit board on the brake light itself. You can see this side just completely gone. And you got your little connector goes down here on this white section. We've got it clamped in. Let's go ahead and just do a dangling brake light check here.
See if they illuminate? Yeah, and I can see them dangling down in that back window and they're lighting up nicely.
Time to install the third brake light back where it goes. And it's a nice little home, and we should be good. Awesome. New third brake light installed and functional. Here's something that is often neglected: windshield wipers. Yes, in California, we don't use them that much. And for the most part, they rot off. And when you actually need them, you're blind as a bat. So I'm a big advocate of always doing these, having grown up in a place with actual weather. So the rear wiper on the Mini Cooper S is an 11-inch blade. And it's a real easy change out, guys. Wiper arm comes out and it's simply clipped in, so you can just take it, kind of push it out. Like so. The other one doesn't even have a blade on it. It's completely gone. Not doing a lot of good for us there. Here's our new one. Pop it into it, clicks. Bam, there we go. Front wipers on the Mini Cooper S are also very straightforward. You got a 19-inch driver side, 18-inch passenger side. Let's go ahead and install these at this time. Little access cover to flip up here. There you go. Take the old one. Again, old one is just worn down to nothing, dry rotted. Usual stuff you see here. Go ahead and slap our new one on. Snap it all the way in, take your little protective strip off, and there you go. Fresh wiper there. Time to do the 18-inch passenger side. And there we go. All 3 wipers replaced on the Mini Cooper S. Bring that 2 weeks of rain per year.